and also magic. From my point of view, if you don't agree, it's fine. But the way that I see quantum physics equal God is when you tap into your pineal gland, you pretty much tap into what I call the quantum mind, the quantum world, or the God mind. And basically, what that does is put you in the quantum field, the realm of all possibilities, like Joe Dispenza likes to talk about, right? Why is it the realm of all possibilities? Because you're the unlimited. Now, your mind, if you're in the pineal gland, your mind is not just limited to this physical reality. So you're going to start picking up things from everywhere, really. And that's usually the problem that happens with people that have schizophrenia or psychosis. Once they tap into that, like usually is unbalanced and their body or their nervous system can't handle all that information. So it gets distorted as evil things. And there might be evil things, right? But it's usually you projecting it because it happens to me. But that's usually because you reach that state too quickly. And your mind can't comprehend what you're seeing or perceiving. So it portrays it as negative things because you're still, it's basically you're trying to perceive the infinite, unlimited, and you don't have a way to describe it. So you're going to describe it with whatever you have, which is usually the negative emotions and even some good emotions, right? Because there's stuff that people talk about that is kind of like positive, like the angels and stuff like that and all that. But to me, and by the way, angels are angles of light. And if you tap to your pineal gland, you can see those angles. And the reason they're angles is because they're really high vibrational light codes that are coming at an angle, like literally at an angle. And the reason is an angle is because they're fixated in that way. That's why the angels can't come to Earth because they have a specific angle that they can have to stay. In order to be that angle, they have to be rigid like that. I hope this makes sense because if it doesn't make sense, you'll get it eventually. Or you might come up with your own conclusion. But like whenever I tap into that, can you? Yeah, I can see it, Kayla. How you going? You have a question? I was just trying to let me go back to the topic. But the angles of light, yeah, is an angels or angles of light, and I'm doing good. How about you? Yeah, I'm good. Just going over this thing. What was the thing? I keep forgetting. Hey, quantum physics, yeah. So when you tap into the quantum mind, let me see how I do this. Okay. When you tap into the quantum mind, you're tapping into Godhood, the realm of all possibilities. So, for example, when you tap into the realm of all possibilities, also nothing, because everything comes from nothing, and nothing is not like you have nothing. Like it's just when you're in nothing, you're in the unlimited. So that's another way of calling it unlimited, nothing, or zero state, the omega in this case. The alpha will be when you put the nothingness and you give it form. They give form to the formless. The zero is the unlimited, and the one is you putting something out of that nothingness. Like your beer. I don't have a beer anymore. It's called Porno Balkan. What is that? What are you talking about? Porno Balkan in Germany. You talking about the Lofoten, the Northern Light? I don't know. If you can expand on that, because I don't know what you mean by that. Uh, yeah, quantum physics. I keep getting distracted. I didn't expect people. I didn't expect people to comment and stuff. Now I'm like looking at the comments, like who's commenting? But let's say again, quantum mind, zero. Think about zero. When you think about zero, people think nothing, as in there's nothing there to me physically see. Yeah, physically you can't see nothing, but nothing is actually the unlimited state. So zero is unlimited. When you go to oneness, you're actualizing that unlimited into something, right? So in my brain, when I tap into the pineal gland, I had like two screens when I close my eyes. I had the blackness that we all see, but it's a little bit smaller because there was another screen that had like some faint pictures, kind of like this. Well, not like this, but let me show you this. My bad drawing. Something like that, but more like with like a sun and something. And what that meant for me was that I was that the I had the unlimited mind, which was nothingness, and then I was giving it form in this other screen. And basically, from that, is that if you ever see gurus, they seem to know about everything. It's because basically what they're doing is something that I like to call quantum subtracting, which is basically, let's say you tell me something like, "Oh, what's a cat?" and I don't know what a cat is, right? Let's pretend I don't know what a cat is, even though I know. So in order to do quantum subtracting, you're gonna go to, okay, a cat. I don't know what a cat is, but I know what the unlimited is, which is the realms of all possibility. So I'm gonna subtract from the unlimited what a cat is not. So I'm gonna start, okay, I don't know what a cat is, but I know what a cat isn't. So I'm gonna know what a cat is based on what a cat is not. So basically, and this all happens so fast, like that it might not make sense, but basically you're subtracting what a cat isn't to get what a cat is. It's kind of like it kind of doesn't make sense, but it does in my head when I was at that state, because I was like, oh, so if I don't know what a cat is, I can just point out the stuff that I don't know about a cat and get what a cat is based on that. Now, obviously, if you do that from a cat, like let's say unlimited minus a cat, minus what a cat isn't equals a cat. Does that make sense? If you ever seen quantum physics, they have this thing called eigenvalues or eigenfunctions or something. Basically, it's a function that's always changing. So that's basically what it is. It's like a function. It's like a version of that. It's beer over your lip. Porno. Oh, okay. Beer over your lip. Huh. I didn't know that. Now I understand. Porno Vulcan. Yeah, people are funny. Um, man, I should have done this when I had that actual thing in my brain, because now I'm trying to remember, and it's not the same. This is why it's good to write things down sometimes. But yeah, that's basically the premise of quantum physics. And why, okay, why quantum physics equals God. So basically, you need to see God in this term. Your whole conception of what God is, I don't know what it is, but God basically means light. So God in Spanish means Dios. And Dios comes from the word dias, which means day, right? In English, day, is basically as a synonym for light. So God equals light. So why is quantum physics equals God, which equals light? Because quantum physics is as fast as a light. The light is the fastest thing, right? Light, that's what we have, light years. That's like the fastest thing in the universe, right? So when you're operating at the pineal gland, you're operating at the speed of light. So this is why when you turn this on, you start getting a lot of shit, and you don't even know what you're getting, but you're like, I understand this. Like, for example, you might be thinking about something that happened to you another one time, and you didn't understand it, but once that light is on, you're gonna understand it. But you don't understand it by words. This is why it gets complicated trying to put the quantum into physicality. Like, for example, let me talk about voodoo. Voodoo is some quantum physics, but people think it's like some magical thing because they don't know the formulas. Like, for example, and I'm making this up for you to make a point, for me to make the point. Like, let's say there's a curse and then you have to like sacrifice a goat or like a chicken or something. Well, the reason why that would work is because the formula that was the curse can be reversed by you changing the quantum field by sacrificing that animal. Because if the curse was made based on certain things that gave you the curse, like, oh, I'm gonna go to this place, I'm gonna pray this, and I'm gonna bury this thing here, and then it's gonna give this curse to this person. So the way you're gonna reverse it is to do a quantum act. So whenever people are doing like rituals and stuff like that, they're in the quantum world. Well, voodoo is quantum. Could you share what you're smoking? Yeah, voodoo is quantum magic. I mean, quantum physics. There's actually a book that was written by this Haitian guy. I think he had like a PhD in something, and he was explaining why is quantum magic. Of course, I'm not as eloquent at explaining, but I understood what he was saying, because again, once you tap into the pineal gland, you don't have to like read shit to understand it. The issue comes if you don't have, you have to find a way to put it into people like you, sir, RM, that only understand words, right? If you don't have the pineal gland, I can give you a thought and explain it to you. Pineal glands. Yeah, pineal gland is physics. You have a pineal gland in your fucking brain. You don't know about pineal glands. But anyways, yeah, voodoo is quantum. So all those things that they're doing it in another realm. They're not operating entirely in the physical. They're operating in the quantum field. So all those chants and all those dances and all those stuff, voodoo dolls and all that stuff. A voodoo doll is basically putting the energy of another person. Like let's take a piece of your hair, let's take this piece of clothing and put it in a doll. And they're imbuing your energy into that doll and affecting you physically. Med is like your ex now. Man, this is how you know you made it, when you have trolls. Two people watching and they're both trolls. That's amazing. Hey, that's amazing. uh, I wish I could put you guys on the screen so I could hear you talk. Let me see if I could do that. I know I don't have the StreamYard. Channel activity. Because I don't like talking to people that I can't see. Let me see. Next time, I'm going to set it up so people can join, so I can talk to them. Oh, they left? All right. Where was I? I think I already explained it. It's all over in 12 minutes. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Quantum physics is a quantum mind. Bro, you should try some mental health support or something. Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. I think I'm going to do that after I fuck your mom. Let me see if I can turn this shit off. All right. I can't see this shit. All right. What was I saying? Quantum field, aka God. That's why God, it means that something different for everybody. You might think God is this thing in the sky. Actually, when you connect to the quantum field, the reason why you connected with God is because you connected to the all mind, the infinite mind, or even a fraction of that, but it's bigger than your own mind. And that's another thing. There's different levels. You see, when you truly connect to the actual God mind, you really lose yourself. You have to keep a piece of yourself, and that's what you need to ground yourself, right? If you just connect to the everything, then you see people in La La Land and the monks, and they're like in samadhi, they're like this. They're not grounded. They're all over in their head. But if you're able to ground yourself, you can pull from the quantum field and then talk to people normally. Most of us are not even, are too grounded though. And the people, like, let's say, let's talk about mental health, right? Because the person made a comment, right? The people that need quote unquote mental health, it's because they're not grounded. They're all over here. They're all over the other realms. They're in the astral. They're here. And they don't have a grounding within the body. So they're all over the place. But those people don't need mental health. The people that need actual mental health are the people that think those people need mental health. You see, because this shit was never an issue back in the days. This is only an issue now because basically what happens is when you tap into the unlimited and you're quote unquote schizophrenic or psychotic, they don't want you they don't want to rehabilitate you into what you should become, which is a god, because then you're a threat to the matrix and the system. Because the system is predicated about people not knowing who they are. So if you don't know who you are, you're gonna go with whatever you see as in the physical world because you think, oh, the physical is all there is, which is why you have again dumb people making comments like, oh, what are you smoking? I'm not smoking anything. I don't have to smoke anything. People think the physical is all there is. This is actually wrong. The physical is not real either. And I'm going to explain why it's not real. Anything that has an expiration date, anything that can die and cease to exist is not real. What I define as real, I don't know about what you define as real. If you define the physical as real, then so be it. What I define as real is something that's everlasting, that never began and never ended, which is again God. The all. If you don't like the word God, the all, everything. The physical is a manifestation of the all. It's actually a low vibration. That is one of the lowest vibration, and that's why it's physical, because it doesn't move very fast. When you start moving faster, aka when you go to sleep, you go into the astral realms. And that's what you're no longer in your physical body. Your consciousness gets shifted to your astral body, which moves way faster. That's why when you have a dream, you might be doing one thing and then you're doing another thing and then you're doing another thing. It's because you're moving very fast. You could be at one place at different places at the same time. Because you're moving faster. But when you're in the physical, you're bound by laws and regulations. And these are cosmic laws too, like gravity and shit like that, right? That's why, again, when you're in dreams and when you're astral projecting, you're lucid dreaming, you can fly around and do all this crazy shit because there's less laws. But there's still laws there because that's still a world. It's just not as physical. It's astral, it's emotional, it's mental, right? It's a mental imagination and projection. It doesn't make it less real than physicality. It's just what it is. But all of that shit, even the astral, physical, mental planes, that doesn't compare to the unlimited God state, which is nothingness or the all. Because the all encompasses everything. And again, this is a quantum physics equals magic. Because when you tap into the quantum, you're no longer bound by the physical rules of reality. And you can control with your mind aspects of the physical. But you have to operate at a higher law. And I think they talk this in the Kabbalion. It's like if you want to cancel a lower law, you have to go with the higher law. In this case, the way that I understand this is something, if you want to cancel something in the physical, you have to go to the astral level or mental level and change it. And all you're doing is actually is utilizing karma, aka cause and effect. The word karma though has a very personal feeling towards it. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like we associate it with bad things. Oh, you have karma. Yeah, bad karma. This is going to happen to you. This is karma for what you did. But they don't never talk about the good shit. Karma is cause and effect. So I thought, once you change your thought, you're changing your karma. And it's as simple. A lot of people, again, sinning is the same thing. I know I'm going off Chris. Fuck it. Gotta be fucked up now. Yeah, I don't have nobody now. It's interesting. I had some trolls earlier. And they're trying to discourage me. It's amazing. I'm going to go a little bit off topic, but it's really amazing how I make a live. And only trolls stayed. First one, somebody was like, hey, I'm your biggest fan. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my horn. That's what the person said. But I was like, I don't even know I had a fan, but thank you. But in this one, it's kind of like, but then she left or whatever. The person left. And in this one, the people stayed talking bullshit. I'm like, you could just click off. It's just interesting to me. but you never see these people's faces. I show my face because I ain't scared. That's something I realized. A lot of people like to talk. They don't show you to show their face. The people that are always critiquing, you never see who they are. Even your friends and family critique you behind your back. It's a cold world out there, but you know it's all love there. They don't know what they're doing. I think I'm gonna cut this because it just became a mess. I completely went off script. Uh, yeah, but anyways, let me see. Yeah, it was some bullshit right there. I'm gonna wait till the 21 minute to end it. Oh, I could just do that. Okay, cool, cool. All right, guys. Whoever watches this, if you're still watching this, if you watch it to the end, I'm gonna bless you. Like I don't know who you are, but you're gonna get this blessing. You will get whatever you want in life. And if you're shitting in your life is going bad, it's about to get good just because you watched 21 minutes. Even if you just skip to the 21st minute, you're gonna get something. And this is my thank you to you. I'm gonna send my energy to whoever stayed the 21 minutes. All right? Cool. All right. That's all I have for now. Peace.